Hey, Ma.
Hi.
You had a chance now to talk to Coach about last night's game. I don't know if y'all had a chance to watch the film or anything, but just based on what you remember from last night and how things played out, how did you feel like that game went, and what do you feel like you guys can do better to get more of an offensive flow? Because y'all did struggle a little bit in that fourth quarter. What do you think's keeping y'all from having that flow offensively right now, and what did you kind of take away from the game?
I think the first half we did really well because they played us a man. I think the zone kind of started us a little bit. We haven't been, no, not a lot of teams have played us a lot of zone, so that's something that we worked on a lot today. But other than that, just to get the win, I mean, on a away game in the SEC is just pretty big. But we're gonna take the film and dissect it, and I know the coaches have already done that, and so we just worked on it today in practice.
Up next, we'll go to John Sokoloff.
How far away would you say you guys are from where you kind of want to be as a team? Obviously, you got it done last night, but you guys definitely have high expectations for yourselves. How kind of far away would you say you are as of right now?
I think that we're a really talented team. I think that we're nowhere where we need to be at. And like I said, just every day in practice, we just try to get better and just go out and execute that into a game. But the potential is there, the talent is there, as we've seen in some games. But we have to learn how to finish better. And so just we're a long way, and until we can legit like finish a game, I think that we'll be all right.
Let's go back to Robbie.
You're a Mississippi player, and I know you had a lot of interest from schools around the country coming out of high school. You came to Mississippi State. What does this game coming up with Ole Miss mean to you as a player? I know it hadn't just been, really, really competitive over the last few years. State's won, I think, 12 or 13 straight games, but this is a team that's improved this year. What does this rivalry mean to you and some of the other players on the team?
I guess this game would mean a lot to me. It means a lot to a lot of the fans as well. But as a team, Ole Miss is coming in. They're a lot better than they used to be, and so it's going to be a very tough game. But as long as we stick together and play as a team and do what we have to do and focus on us, I feel like they will get the outcome that we need. But Ole Miss is just another game, another tough game in the SEC that we're just going to get ready for. So. We're going to try to stay level, not too high, not too low.
Up next, we'll go to Tyler Horka.
Maya, there was a little feature kind of highlighting the black head coaches in the SEC. There's 6 of them. I think it said there's only 6 in the Power 5 outside of the SEC. Just with everything that's happened this year and, kind of where the country is right now, what does it mean for you guys to be led by a black woman? It's kind of an unprecedented thing in sports and your sports well.
I think it means a lot, and I really think that we can feel that throughout our team. Having Coach McCray alongside with us as an African American woman, and the first one African American woman head coach here at Mississippi State just means a lot in itself. I think that everyone on the team definitely feel comfortable with going to her, talking about the different situations going on in the world. But I feel like it's just a togetherness, just with all the all the coaches here in general. But I feel like that we can really just feel the love and the connection just throughout the whole team.
And then just kind of a quick follow-up to that. Obviously, on the other side this weekend, Coach Yo is also an African-American woman. Just how cool is it to see how far sports have come in that way, and that you being from Mississippi, both of the biggest schools in Mississippi are led by African-American women?
Yeah, it's very empowering to see that. They're not only they're the walking example for us. And I know the ladies, the players at Ole Miss feel the same way about having Coach Joe as their head coach as we do, Coach McCray. So it's just very empowering, and it's just an inspiration in itself.
Up next, we'll go to Ben Fortinoy.
Hey, Mike, kind of following up on that. I mean, just in terms of kind of everything that went on this summer, and I know Sid kind of helped organize that with that walk with y'all as well. And I mean, how much have you guys been able to have kind of an open dialogue as a team and with your coaches and things like that? And what's that kind of been like for you guys as athletes and as student athletes and as a team?
I just think as the athletes as a whole here at Mississippi State, it has brought us all together. Where me, Sid, and a lot of other the girls on the team are in different organizations that we've just have like through Group Me and just having different events on campus, and then having a head coach and coaches that just support us and things that we want to do. So I think it's brought us all together, and I think that we have a long way to go, but we're going to continue to fight towards inequality and things like that. So.
Nikki, kind of going off what we were just asking Maya, what does it mean to you to be an African-American woman leading an SEC team? I saw the feature last night at halftime, and there's obviously 6 of you guys in the SEC and only 6 outside of you guys in the Power 5. Mm-hmm. So for you and Coach Yo as well on the other side this weekend, to be in the position that you're in, just kind of what does it mean to you?
Number one, first of all, I think, the SEC is, the premier conference in the country, and it just says a lot about the leadership at the top. And we have 7 now with Kyra being the head coach at Kentucky. We're just leading the way. I mean, we still got a long way to go, especially when it comes to just administration and continue to get there. But just really thankful to be able to lead this program, honored that President Keenum and John Cohen, have me leading this program. I work with great people every single day, not only with our staff, but our team, and just getting them to become the best version of themselves. But it means a lot to represent Mississippi State.
Up next, we'll go to John Sokoloff.
Nikki, I'm not sure how much of the film from last night you've watched yet, but based on, last night's game and how y'all have looked lately, how kind of close would you say that your team is from where it can be?
Every day we're still evolving. I said we're probably going to be playing our best basketball in February. Again, we're only 8 games in. I'm not really sure how many games we played, but that's not a lot of games. I want to be able to get to a point to when we're playing 15, 16, 17 games, and then you can start seeing, some things evolve and finishing games better. But just our offense on both ends clicking, defense clicking, everything is still new. We're still coming together, and we're learning game by game. Players are learning game by game. They need game experience to continue to grow and in situations to continue to learn from. But the more we can stay together and not get affected by COVID, that helps us. And we're very thankful that we're healthy and we get to continue to play to continue to gel.
Up next, let's go to Robbie Falk.
Hey, Coach. Coach Yo inherited a situation kind of like you did at Old Dominion. She had to build that thing from the ground up, and she's finally got some players in there that are comparable to some SEC teams. Last year she was playing, I think, some managers. So her roster's really improved. And this hasn't been much of a rivalry the last few years, but it seems like it's starting to build back up a little bit. And, I mean, both teams have some players from the state, I believe. Where do you feel like Ole Miss is right now coming in this ball game, and what have you kind of seen from them in the first few games on film?
Well, I think, anytime there's a rivalry game, that's null and void. I mean, you're just going to come out and play. It's the battle of the states. I know Yo. I support her and her family. I've known her she's a dear friend of mine. She's done a great job of recruiting. She's a hell of a recruiter. Her coaching staff have done a great job. They've got some great transfers. And that's what you're supposed to do. You want to get your type of players in there. And that's what she's done to, be able to compete night in and night out at the SEC level. It's going to be a hard-fought game. They're very talented. They got depth in every position. And we got to be ready to go. We know that it's a rival game, but at the end of the day, we have got to focus on us and continue to improve every possession and each and every practice, that we have a chance to.
Up next, we'll go to Ben Fortinoy.
Nikki, kind of following up on what Tyler was asking, but I know we heard a little bit about it in the feature last night. But I mean, 3 days into this job, you're going to the Capitol and speaking, and being a big part of that. What was that like for you in terms of that, and how in terms of everything that's gone on over the summer and the past couple of days? I mean, just as a team and as a leader of young women and young Black women, I mean, what's that been like for you as a coach and being in that position?
Well, I think first of all, when you have an opportunity to go speak, on the flag, and you not only represent yourself, but you're representing all of Mississippi, our student athletes, and it was so empowering to see, everyone come together, all the schools. We were unified, that particular day. And I was just a part of it. And just to be able to, to say a few words about something that was right and to see it all, happen within, 2 weeks time, it was just really special. But, that's what, you want to be an example, and you have to be able to lead and step up and lead. And, I'm very, very fortunate to do that. And I led, being a member of this institution, and then obviously representing our student athletes, and again, the state of Mississippi.
And just a quick follow-up, given the last couple of days and what's happened over the summer, I know, your student athletes have been pretty involved with Sid or others, but just how much have you guys been able to have kind of an open dialogue about that, and how, beneficial is that for your players, and how much is that something that you guys have been able to have?
I think for us, our staff, we have an open door policy. We give our young ladies a voice, and that's what you want. I can't do it myself. We have to come together and, we allow them to come to us and voice concerns. Obviously, there's a lot going on in this world, the pandemic, and we just want to continue to stay safe and be prayerful for everyone. And that's what we're doing. And anything that comes up, we try to talk to them about it, give them our perspective. We have a lot of people here that have areas of expertise. Our sports psychologists, our university have done a great job of giving them a space to be able to talk, not only with our coaches, but as a group. So just really thankful for everything that we have in place for our student athletes and our coaches, just to be able to talk. And that's what you have to have during this time. But we're just staying prayerful for everyone in our country.
Let's go back to Tyler.
Nick, you mentioned your relationship with Coach Yo. If you're able to do so briefly, I'm kind of curious of the genesis of that. And then on the flip side, how it's kind of evolved with you guys coming into similar positions within a couple of years of each other.
She's someone that, I've admired, from afar in recruiting. When I took over at South Carolina, I think, she was on the Clemson staff. We were recruiting against each other. But she just, she's a mom, she's a wife. She just works hard. Great person, and just someone that, that have supported me throughout my career. Even when I got the job at Old Dominion, just, being very supportive. And I think that's really good when you have that type of sisterhood where, people are supporting you and can give you the right information, all the time to help you continue to grow.
And then just a quick follow-up to that, what do you remember her telling you as soon as you got the job here? I'm sure she sent you a text or gave you a call or something.
No, she just said congratulations. Just really excited to have you in the SEC. If there's anything that I need to call her and things like that, and just really wish me all the best and just wanted to say congratulations.